Hey YouTubers, this is John Now1S. Today I'm going to show you how to use a program. A lot of people are having great difficulty. The program I'm going to show you today is this one, which is called WX Ripper. Now, a lot of people are having great difficulty with this program because they're not too sure on how it works. And also there is one thing that a lot of people out there are not talking about that is really important. This part will make it work. Now, currently on a laptop you can't do it because of the hardware. Now, what I mean by hardware is when you first get your Xbox 360, obviously you've got to have an Xbox 360 that is flashed. So you've got to know what type. So before you do this tutorial, first make sure your Xbox 360 has been flashed. If you flashed it yourself, then you're good to go, because that means the desktop computer that you used to flash your Xbox 360 is already up and running and ready to go on to the next step. Now, the reason why WX Ripper doesn't mainly work is because of the hardware inside it. Now, when you're using WX Ripper, if you've ever flashed your Xbox 360 before, you've got to use one of these. This is a SATA RAID cable used in most computers. This is what you use inside a computer if you are to flash it. Now, the same goes exactly for using WX Ripper. You've actually got to have one of these connected inside your computer, inside your motherboard. Unfortunately, I can't show you today because I don't actually have my computer with me that will demonstrate it, but I will give you the best advice, and then you can follow any of the tutorials on there and they'll be able to actually go through it. But the fundamental, this is something you must have, and I mean you must have to make it work, otherwise you will come up with all types of errors, such as the video partitions not in the right place, or whatever, if I can say it right, what other errors you would get, obviously due to not having this connected. But what you've got to also have is inside your PC, you understand that you've got to use a dual layer drive to be able to rip using a dual layer disk. Well, you actually need to have a dual layer drive which is connected from your motherboard to your drive using a SATA RAID cable. So you actually have to go out into the store and go and purchase a compatible dual layer drive that will run using two SATA RAID cables. Obviously you'll know if it's right because it'll have a SATA RAID cable in the box. You just click it into the top of the drive and then connect the other part into the base of your computer. Then this is the reason obviously why most laptops won't work, because a lot of them don't actually have the drives at the side connected using the SATA RAID cable. So that is a fundamental reason why a lot of people can't use the WX Ripper program. The reason why, I don't know, but that's just how it fundamentally works. Especially with the actual flashing of the Xbox 360, it's the exact same process. The exact same process as ripping a game using WX Ripper. I'm going to show you a little bit quickly into it. I'm not going to go into a full tutorial because I don't actually have all the equipment with me, but I thought if I give you this advice, then if you go onto YouTube and then you can go to anyone. So as long as you followed my first part and you've actually connected your computer, so you've connected your dual layer drive to your motherboard using a SATA RAID cable, if your computer is compatible to take a SATA RAID cable, so make sure you check that first before you actually go on to do the process of using WX Ripper. So make sure that first this is connected into your dual layer drive, this is connected into your motherboard, and that is connected into your dual layer drive, and that your dual layer drive is compatible. If it's already got it in and it's using an IDE cable, then it won't work. It has to have one of these cables that come with it, and then that's how you've got it connected inside your PC. Okay, once you've done that, the fundamentals of the rest of it is quite simple. There's 3 programs that I'm going to give you a very brief show into. To be honest, I would suggest you go on YouTube and watch a tutorial of someone else. I've got a great guy I would want you to go and see and big him up, big style, and that is a guy called Stephen LaFrance. And that is aka Master Hacks. So just to show you again, the name I want you to go on, if you go on to YouTube, is Stephen LaFrance, or he's also known as Master Hacks. If you go to this guy, so it's either Stephen LaFrance or Master Hacks, he will then be able to show you great tutorials on how to use some of the programs I'm going to be demonstrating today. So just to go into really brief on there, you've got three programs you want to be using. Yeah! The first one is WX Ripper, which is this program here. This one. Xbox Cookies Burner, which is this one. And ABGX. Now ABGX, when you install it onto your computer, it doesn't give you an icon usually. Usually it comes up on your programs list. As you can see, it says, if I can get close enough to it, ABGX there, and then ABGX GUI, and then this is basically what ABGX looks like. So they're the main three programs. So when you're thinking of it, but like I said, if you go to Stephen LaFrance, he will show you how to use them anyway. But the three fundamental programs I would use, that Stephen uses, is WX Ripper, Xbox Cookies Burner, and also ABGX. The WX Ripper is used for ripping the actual games. The Cookies Burner is to basically burn the game, and ABGX is also to check that the game is done correctly before you burn it, so that you don't end up with wasting this. And it also can be used to stealth patch, which Stephen will show you in his tutorials when you go through to him. He'll also show you how to put in the latest WAV files, because the newer the game that comes out, there will be other methods now. It is May the 2nd, so this is very up to date, this video. So just watch out what you're doing. Another thing I'm just going to go quickly through before I let you go is just to basically, when you're ripping with WX Ripper, you also have to use what they call a disk swapping method, where in the midst of using the program, you've got to stop using the stop button, and then what you've got to do is you've got to swap a DVD, which has to be over 2 hours of content to be a dual layer disc. Now, how I found this out is by a lot of guesswork, going through, and then I did eventually find a DVD that I could use, and it's always worked, and it's never let me down. So so definitely look into this. The video I use, which you have to use with WX Ripper to get it to do the first beginning part, I use this one, which is obviously Peter Jackson's King Kong. I can't tell you all the DVDs that work with it, but I do know it's got to be at least 2 or 3 hours of content. How I found out it worked is I actually used the bonus disc. If you look on there, right over there, it says over 3 hours of bonus features. Over 3 hours of bonus features. So I would take it as you've got to have a DVD, a dual layer disc. The only way you can tell a DVD is obviously by the amount of hours it's got. So I would say any film that's over 3 hours of content, not 2, but 3 hours of content. I use a bonus disc, and that is what you use. So if you have got this film, don't use the film itself. You need to use the actual bonus CD, as it says there, look, bonus features. So that will be on the actual bonus disc itself. So just one more quick overall run of it. You need to have 3 programs. You need WX Ripper, ABGX, and Cookies Burner. There it is. It's Xbox 360 Game Burner. Then you need to make sure that you've got a desktop computer. Then you need to make sure that your dual layer drive is SATA RAID compatible, that your computer is compatible with SATA RAID, and that you have got your computer connected, so that goes into your burning dual layer drive. and that would go into your motherboard. If you're using these, then any other tutorial on how to put the games on or anything like that, then you can do it. But like I said, again, if you're going to do it, then there's a guy I know who's really cool. He knows exactly what he's doing. That is Stephen LaFrance, L-A, France. Stephen LaFrance. Or he's also known as Master Hacks. So if you just go onto it, go down to the bottom, go into YouTube like this, just put YouTube in, just bear with me a moment, youtube.com, and then I put Stephen LaFrance. It will bring up Stephen's page on there, as you can see. He's got his own channel.
Hey there, YouTube viewers. So today I decided to do a video on AdBlocker Plus for actually for a message from YouTube I got. This guy says I visit a lot of sites.
There you go. That's Stephen LaFrance talking in the background there. Let's just put told Stephen on pause for a moment. You can go in here and look at his old videos. How to download with your ISP knowing. Stuff like that. He's got loads of cool stuff on here. Manage files, JDownloader that he's got on there as well. How to check Windows. He's got absolutely tons and tons of stuff on here. But that's basically it. So I'll leave it with you now. So like I said, Stephen LaFrance is the guy who you wanna go on, and there it is. Again, Stephen LaFrance. Sorry about this, but I'm using an iPhone to make this video. But there you go. So remember guys, one more time, make sure that your computer is connected with a SATA RAID cable that is connected to your dual layer drive, and you shouldn't go too far amiss. And then just go onto Stephen LaFrance's page and then just put in just look on his videos basically on here, and just put down how to burn Xbox games or something like that, and then you'll be able to find it. Just basically look through his list, you'll eventually find it. There's loads of stuff on here, also about the iPhone as well, how to jailbreak. He's done absolutely loads and loads of cool stuff on here, so definitely subscribe to him. He's even got his own channel. Well, that's John Awanes for you here. So hope that tutorial helps out anybody who had great difficulty with using WX Ripper. Follow that tutorial. Make sure also again that you've got a film which has got over 3 hours of content. Once again, King Kong works absolutely awesome. Okay? Cool. Peace out.